Hey, 6 hour. Sorry that I'm not in class with you today. I think I mentioned to a few of you last week. I'm actually not in school today because I am working as an elections inspector at a polling location for today's election. So you guys are doing your thing for civics in class right now. I'm doing my thing for civics, and I will see you all on Friday when we are back together. So in the meantime, you do still have some things to work on. You're going to actually be having the workday for a brand new project that we're going to be working on. I think you're going to enjoy it. We're going to be in some new, smaller groups and working on kind of just a real small, specific research project so that we can share a whole bunch of information with each other on Friday. If you have not already gotten into these brand new seats, I want you to take a second to readjust yourself right now. If the sub could put me on pause and make sure that everybody are in these seats next to someone that they can work with. If you turn over your shoulder, rows 1 and 2, you guys are partners. Rows 3 and 4, you guys are partners. Rows 5 and 6 by the window, you guys are partners. So you're going to be working with the person directly on your shoulder. And that's how we're going to team up for this project. So, what is it that we're going to be working on? We've been talking about Congress and the legislative branch over the last couple weeks, learning about how we choose those representatives and what it is they do. We're going to be diving in over the next 2 days to some more specific things that are true about Congress, some perks about being a congressperson, some of the ways that they do their job, and some of just like the stranger things really about this branch so that we can better understand everything that they do. So, like I said, with your partner, so there's going to be 2 of you on each topic. You're going to be investigating a legislative issue about how our US Congress works. Some of these are true about all of Congress, and some of them are issues for just the House or just the Senate. In a short slides presentation, you're going to be presenting these to the class in class on Friday. I know that that sometimes gets us a little bit nervous. These are pretty informal. You're going to have a partner up there with you, and everybody in the class is going to be in the same boat. So, what are these issues that you're potentially going to be talking about? Well, you're going to have a choice between any of these that are listed here. Just real briefly, gerrymandering is an issue that's important to how we are represented. Gerrymandering has to do with the way that districts are drawn and who gets represented by certain people in a state. Pork barreling is a legislative issue where people pack in unrelated things at the very, very last minute of writing a new bill so that they get kind of voted along with bigger bills that are already going to pass. It's a way of kind of sneaking in legislation. A filibuster is this practice where people can speak as long as possible in order to hold off on a vote. There's also going to be a group that's going to talk about some specific issues to young people here in Michigan. One group is going to be investigating a little bit about congressional salary, how much Congress people are paid, who gets to decide that, and when that amount changes. One group is going to be investigating committees a little bit more in depth. We've talked about that already briefly when we learned about the legislative process last week. Another group is going to talk about midterm elections. Right now, we're experiencing a general election. Those happen every 4 years. Every 2 years, we experience what we call midterm elections. One group is going to be investigating the perks of being a congressperson. One group will be explaining the impeachment process and the role that Congress plays in impeaching a president. One group will do a presentation on how Congress declares war on another country. One group will be investigating term limits, this issue of whether or not our Congress people should be cut off from running at a certain point. One group is going to be investigating Supreme Court confirmations. We just had that happen last week. We have a brand new Supreme Court justice, and that group is going to be talking about the role that Congress plays in that process. One group is going to be talking about the history of the Capitol building. The Capitol building is where Congress meets to do their business. And the final topic is going to be on majority and minority leaders. These are the party leaders on each side of the aisle who help get legislation done. So, what is it that you're going to be presenting on? First part is going to be just a basic summary. What is your issue? What should we know about it? The second part is, how does that topic impact what Congress does on a day-to-day basis? Maybe it impacts the process of legislation. Maybe it has something to do with the way that they interact with us as residents. It kind of depends topic to topic. Once you've done your summary and analysis, you and your partner are going to write one closed and one open-ended question for your classmates to answer while you present. So it's two questions that you know you cover or information that you cover during your presentation, and that's the way that we're going to take notes. You might want to remind yourselves that closed-ended questions are questions that can be answered with a simple yes, no, or one-word answer. Open-ended questions require some kind of thought or some kind of discussion. The very final important part of this assignment, most of our projects require an MLA works cited. We give you one site, and you're going to need to come up with at least 2 additional sites for a minimum of 3 sources for your final product. What kind of a timeline are we looking at? As soon as you are in your groups and you've got your topic, you've got the remainder of the hour today to do your research and create your slides. And the beginning of the day of day B, so the next time that I see you on Friday, you're going to have a couple minutes to practice with your partner, make sure that you've got your parts understood and that everyone has a job. And then in class on Friday, we're going to be doing these presentations for the rest of the class. This is how you're going to be graded on this assignment. 8 points come from your actual presentation. 2 points come from your in-class notes and making sure that you stay awake and follow along with everybody else's presentation. You can see that your MLA works cited is worth 2 points. Your presentation skills, how well we can hear you, whether or not you make eye contact, whether or not you read right off your slides, that's worth 2 points. And the information in your presentation are worth 3 points. As always, if you've got any questions at all, feel free to shoot me an email or send me a remind message. Even though I'm working, I will have my cell phone on me, so it should be pretty easy for me to get back to you in case there's any really pressing things that can't wait until Friday when we're in person together again. Everybody have fun, enjoy yourselves, and work hard this hour. See you soon. Bye.